Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bytes of AI, and today I'm going to discuss about the danger of AI and why ethical AI is so important. AI is transforming our world. It helps doctors detect diseases, automate hiring processes, and even driving our cars. But what happens when AI is biased, unfair, and lacks transparency? Can we trust them with our life-changing decisions? This brings us to the ethical AI development. Ethical AI refers to the responsible development of AI, which ensures fairness, transparency, accountability, and safety for everyone. If AI is not ethical, it can bring serious harm, even life-threatening consequences. Let's talk through some of the real-world examples where AI was not developed ethically. Did you know Amazon once built an AI hiring tool that automatically rejected female candidates? It learned from historical data which favored men. AI learns from its training data and it reinforces the discriminations instead of eliminating it if we are not careful. Imagine you are going to court and being judged by an AI. You don't know how it made its decisions, but it has marked you as a high risk. That's what happened with the COMPAS algorithm used by the US justice system, where it labeled black defendants are more prone to reoffend compared to white defendants. Your personal health records should be private, right? In 2016, Google DeepMind accessed 1.6 million NHS patient records without any proper consent. This raised a serious concerns about AI and data privacy. Self-driving cars are our future, but they are not perfect. Tesla's AI-powered autopilot cars have been made with several fatal crashes, as shown here, because they misinterpreted the road conditions. Deepfake AI can manipulate reality. Imagine a fake video of a world leader declaring war could cause a global chaos. Misinformation powered by AI is a growing threat. Apart from these real world examples, there are several other examples where AI was not developed ethically. The next question is how bias creeps into AI. So it starts with the data collection. If the data collection is incomplete or data has a bias, then that may be the first entry point. For example, a facial recognition systems trained with the images of light-skinned individuals introduce biases at that point because it is not diverse. Then the second point of entry may be the algorithm design. If you take any flawed assumptions at that point and if your team lacks the diversity, then that may lead to flawed algorithm. Then comes the training part. So in the training part, if your data is already biased or your algorithm is already flawed, then training just reinforces those biases. And deployment of any AI module without proper testing of the fairness, transparency, or safety of the AI module, it is a disaster. And the final is the outcome. So during this bias finally travels to this stage, then we can expect discriminatory or harmful outcome which may impact individual or groups. Now let's try to understand how bias could have introduced using one of the real world example which I discussed earlier. There is a COMPAS algorithm where actually AI used to predict that black defendants are more likely to reoffend compared to white defendants. So let's see how bias could have introduced there. The first part is the data collection where data consisted of historical crime data that overrepresented certain demographics. That is the first entry point of biased data that overrepresented certain demographics. Then the second entry point is algorithm design, where it assumed a correlation between race and likelihood of reoffending. So that is again flawed. Then third is training. So we can see that bias have already been introduced during the data collection and also the during algorithm design. So training just reinforces racial biases present in the data. Then at, during the deployment stage, it was directly used in the courts without proper oversight. And finally, the outcome was the higher false positive rates for black defendants, which led to unfair sentencing. So this is the way bias first got introduced during the data collection, then algorithm design. Finally, it reinforced the racial biases present within the data. It got deployed without a proper human oversight, and finally that led to the high false positive rates for black defendants, which led to unfair sentencing. So this is a disaster of an AI system. So finally, how to build ethical AI? First and foremost thing is to use diverse and unbiased training data. Then secondly is ensure AI decisions are explainable. One of the example might be a banking system is not granting a loan to a particular individual based on the AI outcome. In that case, AI system should explain why its outcome is not granting a loan to a particular individual. So without those reasons, actually, banks should not rely on that particular AI system. And that's why a human oversight is very much required on every decisions of AI. Then another one is that a strict privacy and security guidelines should be there so that uh, our private data is protected, it is not exposed to AI. And finally, we should follow the regulations like GDPR and AI Act to protect the human data, personal data, and also to make a trustworthy AI system. So if we can follow these ethical practices, then probably our future can rely on AI and we can create a better future with the help of AI. If you like this content, please do like, subscribe, and share. And please do not forget to leave your comments and feedbacks. Thank you.